My name is Hannah and today I'm reviewing a YouTube video by my classmate Marco. The video is part of the format What Do We Eat, so let's see how Marco arranged the video.
As a student, you have to stand on your own feet, paying for school study, but you also don't want to miss a single party, and then there is the food problem. Getting something on the table to eat every day again. How do the other manage that? In What Do We Eat, we ask a student just that. This week we are going to eat with Henry.
Hello, my name is Mei. I'm from the mainland of China, but actually I've got a Canadian passport, so I'm Chinese Canadian. And I stayed in Netherlands for almost 2 years, and now I'm studying the first year of the creative business. I'm really happy about it. Today I'm going to teach you to cook a really Chinese dish, which is called rice-fired eggs. It's really famous, every Chinese people know it, and it's really easy to cook. So let's go to the supermarket now. As long as I staying here, I just found out Netherlands is a really expensive country. As a Chinese student, we always cook ourselves, mainly Chinese food. But the Chinese food here is quite expensive, so we always cook ourselves. And Spao is always the place I come here to buy the groceries. So now let's take a look. So today we're going to cook egg fried rice, and now I'm having eggs right now because this is the most important food materials for this dish. So let's check this out. So what we need for egg fried rice for 2 people? So we need the 3 eggs. And we need some rice. Then possibly for the taste we need some salt. We need some oil, and we possibly need some sugar. The first step, break these 3 eggs. Then until it's fine, then we put some salt. So now this is all the thing we need now. Then first step, put the oil into the pan. Wait until the oil gets some smoke. Then it's the time to put your eggs in it. And even though egg fried rice is a really simple Chinese dishes, but you can ask almost every Chinese people, you can ask them like this: when you're hungry, what about I give you a bowl of egg fried rice? People will be really happy to accept it. And almost everyone in China have tried this kind of dish. So I can say egg fried rice is possibly the most popular and well-known Chinese dish in China. So now you can see there is some white smoke. Then it's possibly the right temperature for you to put the eggs into the oil. Let's do this. When the egg is done, put all of the rice in. So every time we fry the rice, make sure that every rice is separated. That's almost done. Then it's time, salt, sugar, feel a little bit chicken powder. But if you want, you can also put some green onions in the end. So now it's finished.
I know learning is different between high school and university, so how do you adjust that?
In high school, I studied almost 14 hours every day, and when I come here, it's quite easy for me, and it's not that hard, it's really interesting.
What do you do when you have the problem in your learning process?
Look up on internet. For example, I Google a lot of things about my study, and also I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I will also read some books.
How can you do that to involve a new society?
Actually, I don't do anything. I just try to be friendly. Just respect other people, respect different culture, respect their behavior. Maybe.
Like what you saw, want to make it yourself? Check the description for the recipe. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next week.
Watching Marco's video, I liked that he used the right build-up. He had the intro, getting to know each other, etc., like the build-up that we're supposed to do, while he was changing it up a little bit, so he added that shopping scene, which was really nice. He also has the right intro and outro with the text and the bumper. In general, the video is too long. It's 4 minutes and 25 seconds instead of the max of 3:45, so it's definitely too long. Also, he changed the music of the intro, or he more added music also during the talking part, and I think the music doesn't really fit. It's too loud, and he speaks a little bit too quickly. In general, throughout the whole video, I think the background music is a little bit too loud. It could have been, a little bit more quiet during the talking part so you can understand better what people are saying. He did add subtitles for better understanding, which is a great idea in my opinion, but sometimes the subtitles are wrong or words are missing, so that can be a little bit irritating. I also like that Marco filmed in different places and not only in the kitchen. So for instance, he has other rooms for the interviews, and he also filmed in front of the shopping center, so there's a nice variety with the backgrounds. For cooking and the interview though, Marco used some kind of layouts with like small screens and designs around it, which is an interesting idea definitely, but it does take away from the quality. The format seems a little bit weird. It appears blurry, it's not entirely in focus, so it did not work out that good. He did a good job in color grading, I'd say. It's really well balanced. Also, he followed the rule of thirds. The framing is mostly good, and he also made sure that he left enough head space so there's no cut off heads. Throughout Marco's video, the points of view are from a logical perspective. He also has a good variation of shots. He used a lot of medium shots and close-ups, and also insert shots of details while cooking, for example of the food, so that was very nice as well. The lighting was mostly fine, only in the interview and in the introduction of the interviewee there are some large shadows in the background. And sometimes the transitions in the video are a little bit quick, for example, right before the outro. So it would have been nice to have a little more breathing space there. Otherwise, Marco asked good, interesting questions for the interviewer in the end. A little bit more interview would have been nice, but that was obviously not possible because of the length. All in all, I'd say that Marco definitely put a lot of effort into this video, which you can see because it's so long. He had a lot of interesting and also very creative ideas, of which some worked out and others did not so well. And he had a really nice interview as well.